So I'm gonna be honest, this new series, it's not specific and it's not consistent. I'll make videos whenever I want, about whatever I want, whenever. No set schedule, and I think that's great, because honestly, the less responsibility I put on myself, the more I'll probably actually do it. Now you might be wondering, aside from me rambling and explaining shit to you that nobody cares about, like how I'm going to run a channel that uploads 2 videos a year, we're here to actually talk about something. My computers. Welcome to Brad's World. So, first off, we'll take a quick look at my current project. It's a Mac, which I think is great, aside from the fact that I hate Macs, and it's also not actually a Mac. So, this is called Hackintoshing, if you've never heard of it. This is where you take a computer that isn't a Mac and make it a Mac. So, it is a Mac in all ways but physical. It thinks it's a 2008 Mac Pro. It's got, the most similar hardware to that, so that's pretty much how you do it. It's by no means a powerhouse, as you can see. It's just a Core 2 series, quad core. I don't know. It's fast enough for a Hackintosh. It's actually one of the most complete Hackintoshes I've ever made. Final Cut runs good, aside from the fact that I'm missing footage because all my caches are fucked up. Here, I'll get you a look at the actual system. Okay, I figured out where night mode is. I'm a stupid idiot, but anyway, there you go. So, 2 SSDs, got this little 120mm fan. It just happened to fit like perfectly between the small gap in the CPU cooler assembly here and the actual edge of the chassis frame that holds in the PSU. So, I mean, who would have thought, eh? Look at that, it's perfect. That ain't going anywhere. So that's pretty awesome. As you can see, everything's pretty damn tight in there, but, everything's also super nice and cool, even with the chassis lid on. Thanks to that 120mm, it really pushes air into there, or pulls air into there. I mean, it's gonna be a friggin' dust magnet, but for a Mac that I run for maybe, a few hours a day at most while I'm video editing, whatever. Alright. So this, guys, is my Razer Blade Pro. There are many like it, but this one is mine. This is a 2014 edition Razer Blade Pro. It's a recent addition to my computer family. Anyone who knows me is probably saying, okay, so you got the Hackintosh, and you got the Razer Blade. Where is your desktop? We'll get there. But this Razer Blade Pro is unique. It's unique in the fact that it didn't work when I bought it. This Razer Blade was absolutely non-functional. It wouldn't even boot a device when I initially bought it on eBay for about $850 after it was all said and done and all my replacement parts were bought, because it didn't come with a solid state. It was about $850 all said and done off eBay. Not the whole, I didn't get everything, but the point is I paid $850 total for this computer to be in the state it is. How did I make it work, you might ask? Well, here's some photos of me actually baking the motherboard, which, yes, I baked the motherboard twice in a toaster oven. And it worked. Perfectly. It's about 2 months old now, I guess, maybe 3. Closer to 3, probably. And it hasn't had a goddamn hiccup since that baking, so you take a risk, and sometimes you get a Razer Blade 2014 for $800 with a 1TB SSD. Awesome. Okay, so here is the desktop. It is a Lian Li, what do they call these? Taos, I believe? Yeah, it's a Lian Li Tao, so I got this case from a friend of mine, and it's missing a GTX Titan right now. There's only one in there, when normally there's 2, but it's in pieces. So you might be noticing, hey, look at that. Why is there no CPU in that socket? Well now, little fun trivia fact for you guys. Well, I guess it's not trivia, it's history. Anyway, the point is I've owned 2 of those. I've also owned 2 of the CPUs. Why? Well, because it killed the first one, and now it killed the second one. Awesome! not awesome. Not at all. So, yeah, that's why it's in pieces. It's a beautiful build, otherwise. I'll show you that. Aside from the fact that it's covered in fingerprints. But, yeah, I mean, I got my cable management life too fucking together. Not a loose cable. I mean, there are a few now because it's been apart. But, you know, we even got the custom LED rig in there. We got the rear lit I/O. Yeah. We went all out with this bad boy. When she's all together and actually working, you're looking at about a $3,000 computer-ish. The case is $1,000. Well, was. Let's just go at the retail when they were new. Hey, that's me. You're looking at $1,000 for the chassis. You know, $500 for the board, $500 for the CPU, $1,000 a piece for the GPU. I know they're not worth that now. I'm just saying this is an expensive build. So anyway, I'm not trying to gloat it. I'm just trying to say that, you know, I generally like it when my motherboards don't fry my CPUs randomly. Twice. So yeah, and if you don't believe me, there's tons of, if you just Google Sabertooth X99 or Asus X99 failures, there are plenty of people out there who have been having issues where out of nowhere, on a reboot, their BIOS decides, I'm going to make V-Core 1.8 volts. Well, bye-bye CPU. This board specifically, if it's on the precipice of instability, the board takes forever to do its post? It has a post where it goes around and checks all the hardware before it even begins the actual BIOS post, if you know what I'm trying to say. So that hardware check with all the LEDs takes like forever if you have a solid, serious overclock that's near the precipice of instability, for whatever reason. So I like to tone it back a little so that the board's just a little faster. But the problem with the board is that it also fucking kills CPUs. Yeah. So I guess that's pretty much all I gotta say about this, aside from the fact that the new things I've gotten to replace this, I hope the CPU is not actually dead. I really hope that it's actually just the board. But last time this happened, the board was fine, it was the CPU, and I RMA'd them both. So I assumed it was a fluke, right? Like, these sorts of things happen, right? Nope. Asus, what the fuck? I love you guys. Like, I love your boards. I'm not by any means, like, not pro Asus anymore. I'm just very unimpressed with the fact that this platform failed on me twice with no good reason. I mean, I have in the other fucking room, I have my server, which is an ROG Asus, and it's been running in its current configuration, which is a sleeper PC, so not exactly optimum airflow, but it's been running like that for like 2 years. Hell, I've owned it for 5, but it's been running the way it has been for 2 years without being dusted or moved. So, you know, it's solid, but this piece of shit, apparently not. So if I could make any recommendation for you, when it comes to X99, you're taking a risk by buying an Asus product. I hate to say it, because I really do love them as a company. Their RMA process has gotten a lot better recently, and in general, their boards kick ass. But these boards, it seems like more often than not, you hear, you know, there's just forums filled with people who have had just, you know, CPUs die for no reason. And when you're talking about hardware that's this expensive, that's unacceptable, guys. So, I don't really know, but I'm not 100% sure that that's what happened. Who knows? It could be anything, but 2 CPUs dead, as far as I can tell. We'll find out when the new parts come in, which, by the way, is a Fractal Design 804 node, so look for that coming up. I'm going to be swapping the system into that. That'll probably make it into a video. And also we got a Dark Rock Be Quiet cooler. Shit, I think it's the Pro 3. I don't know for sure. Check back. I'll have it when it's here. And aside from that, I also got the EVGA Micro 2 to replace that MATX board. So I am going from a full ATX form factor to an MATX form factor, and this beautiful Lian Li case that was given to me by a friend of mine for Christmas. So gorgeous. So cool. Unfortunately, it will also be taking a bit of a dirt nap. It's going to be going in a closet somewhere for now. I mean, hell, there's a motherboard right there. I can throw that in there or something. It'd be a little overkill, but I could do that. Something might happen. But for now, I'm going to try and go small. Portable. LANs, man. LANs. We're going places. We're doing things. I want to game at LANs. I want to have a tower I can game at LANs with. I can't game at LANs with this. It's too big. It's too heavy. So anyway, I could game at lands with this, but, you know, when the guys bust out, you know, Battlefield 1, come on, I don't want to play medium. I want that shit ultra. I want that shit ultra 144 hertz. That's what I want. This can't do that. I love it. It's good at what it does, but it just can't do this. Anyway, I've rambled for like 7 minutes. Thank you for letting me vent, and, you know, stay tuned. Maybe we'll be here somewhat more frequently. Oh, also, before I go, we got 2 more of those Hackintoshes. Not the same configuration exactly, but different GPUs and stuff. Not exactly the same. But motherboard, CPU, memory, exactly the same. So I don't think I'll be making more Hackintoshes out of them. But they're project PCs. So shit will happen with that. Shit will happen with those. Shit's gonna be happening all the time. Cause hey, it's my life and technology is everywhere. Monitors, speakers, monitors, junk. Because I'm a nerd alcohol. We got plates and stuff and garbage. All the things that nerds love. Absolutely no space in the room, cause we gotta make room for the technology!